So in the last several years, I started to notice these trends, and they were forming a sort of storm, what I call a metabolic superstorm. And it all started when clients started to get younger and younger. They were moving from Generation X to Generation Y. These were more millenniums coming in. And the next thing I noticed is they were all complaining of the same thing. So low body temperature, for instance, cold hands and feet, very sensitive to the cold, poor digestion, acid reflux, indigestion, IBS, constipation, water retention, edema, particularly in women. Their hair was starting to thin, or they noticed hair loss. They were having headaches, migraines, difficulty concentrating for long periods of time. Some of them were feeling anxious, others depressed, hormonal imbalances, so severe PMS, severe menstruals to no menstrual, difficulty sleeping, insomnia, exhaustion even when they could sleep, some autoimmune diseases, fibromyalgia for instance, and weight gain. Now, I also noticed that they had less interest in weight loss. Some of them had gained weight, but it was very disproportionate. It was around the belly, the hips, and the thighs, and the weight gain, if any, happened in a very short period of time. The last thing I noticed was they were having an enormous amount of psychological stress. Now, some of the stress was real, and some of it was perceived. It hadn't happened yet, but these were things they were worried about happening. And they were feeling overworked, overextended, a lot of social and professional expectations. Some of them were feeling a need for social acceptance because of moving to a new field or a new job. But some of the stress was deliberate. It was deliberate sleep deprivation. It was experimenting with all sorts of diets that restricted calories, or they would remove entire macronutrients like carbs or fats or animal proteins. And they would couple that with obsessive, excessive exercise. And it was actually making them feel worse. And when I started to take a look at all these things, and as they come together to form this storm, it seems it's like it's getting wider and wider. And we're gonna start seeing more dis-ease in a much younger group of people than we ever had before.